Hi guys. All right, I want you to go ahead and get out your notebook. I know we just did mini lesson number 9, but for what we're doing tomorrow, I really need to do this other mini lesson today, so that tomorrow you will be prepared and ready to go. So this is going to be mini lesson number 10, and today we are talking about conflict. Our standard is 6.7b. Turn to page 29. Mini lesson number 10, conflict. Our standard is 6.7b. And it says, analyze how the characters, internal and external response develop the plot. The first thing we're going to talk about today is internal and external response. Well, the standard really doesn't tell us a response to what, but I can give you that, okay? The response is to the conflict. So the first thing I want us to talk about is, what is a conflict? Okay? In a story, it's the problem. The problem of the story. Now we have two different types of conflict, okay? And that's what we're talking about today, internal and external. So, what are the types of conflict? Okay, we have internal and we have external. So an internal conflict is between main character versus themselves. Okay, so internal is when the main character is having a problem with themselves. Okay, they're fighting with their internal self. Okay, I like to explain this one as, you know, that voice in your head telling you, oh, you should do this, or no, you shouldn't. You know, in cartoons, there's a little devil on the shoulder, the little angel on the shoulder. Okay, that is internal conflict. Okay, you're fighting with yourself. Okay, so I'm going to put example, voice inside your head, devil versus angel on shoulder. Okay, that would be internal. External is when the problem is between the main character. I'm going to abbreviate character. Main character versus, actually, I'm going to write it out. Character versus anything else. Okay, so here the main character, it's anything that is not themselves. So an animal, a spirit, another person. Their problem could be with technology. Their problem could be with the world, or their problem could be with a group of people, okay? So anything else would go here, okay? The big one is internal, okay? It's them versus themselves. External is them versus something else, okay? So think about like external, it's like them, and then everybody else outside. Internal, it's inside, okay? Point to yourself. So now that we defined that, okay, why actually not why, how is a character's response to conflict important to the story? How is a character's response to conflict important to the story? If someone has a problem, right? However they deal with that problem, if it's internally, then it's between themselves, right? And so the whole time they're literally fighting with themselves. That could cause them to get into more trouble, right? Okay, if the problem of the story, okay, external, the main character versus anything else, that's what's going to move our story along. The problem is either going to reach a height and then be resolved, or it's going to reach a climax and then stop. Okay, so how is the character's response to conflict important to the story? Okay, it moves the plot along. It gives us motive to their actions. If we know what their problem is or what they're having a problem with, that gives them motive, okay, or gives us motive for their actions. It allows us to know why they are acting the way they are acting. So these are the two big things as to how conflict works in stories. We're going to read a story together in just a second that we're going to reflect on the conflict, okay, whether it's internal, external, and why it's important. And we're also going to be looking at the point of view. All right, I'll see you soon.